Merry Christmas! Hello guys! We will bring you to Santa House at Tampakan, South Cotabato. So they've been doing this for 6 long years now, and they opened again this year last September 13th their Santa House for the public. So, if you will arrive at that place, naka-close po yung kanilang gate. Yan. And pag open po nila, pagpasok po ng mga bisita dyan, ay kino-close din po nila agad yung gate for safety purposes. So, saan po ba inspired ito? Kanilang Santa Village or Mala North Pool na bahay ni Santa. According to my interview, isa po sa mga may-ari nito, compound na ito ay mahilig po talaga sa Christmas decors. So, siguro po due to the secularization or decorations such as Santa Claus, Christmas tree, evergreens, reindeer, and Snow White have became popular. Nahilig po ang may-ari na nitong Santa House na to decorate. Diba always tayo, kids at hearts? Of course, our Christmas lights are strongly dominant in this place. Meron po tayong mga star shapes, Christmas trees, angels, and in a large variety of other ways, going as far as draping the whole outside of the house and inside with all those lights. So, diba, despite the difficulties of our lives in the Philippines, this tradition still retains, especially po yung ating mga traditional decorations like po yung nakikita natin ngayon, mga stars. Diba nga, every Christmas season, Filipino homes and buildings are adorned with star-shaped lanterns. It is called parol. Yung mga yellow po yan, parol po yan. And I think it is from the Spanish pa nating naman na yung iba po ay tinatawag po itong lantern or lamp. So these lanterns po, of course, represent the Star of Bethlehem that guided the what? The three kings. Way back on my elementary days, the most common form of the lantern is a 5-pointed star with 2 tails at the lower 2 tips. O, diba? Imagine niyo ha. Alam ko, naranasan niyo din yang gumawa ng parol na yan. So, there are also other popular variations. There are 4, 8, 10-pointed stars which are more rare na po. Okay? Diba? The earliest parols or lamps or lanterns were made from simple materials like bamboo. Na-remember ko din po yung mga Japanese, they made it with rice paper or crepe paper. And where they put a little candle or a lamp doon po sa middle. Diba? Then, a simple parol can be easily constructed with just 10 bamboo sticks, paper, and the glue. On the present days po, parol has endless possible shapes and forms, lalo na po doon sa Pampanga, and is made of variety of materials such as cellophane, plastic, rope, copy, shell, glass, and even recycled materials. So, ngayon mga high-tech na po. Diba children often craft them as a school project or pinapadala po tuwing Christmas season. Okay? There are also Giant Lantern Festival. It is an annual festival held before Christmas in, I think, in Pampanga. So the festival features a competition of giant lanterns, and popularity of the festival has earned the
Where?
city the Christmas capital of
there's a lot
the
of
Philippines. Okay. So, dyan po muna kami sa labas before
Where's
po kami
Daddy?
pumasok sa Santa House. Ay nag-explore po muna kami and malaki na po pala yung area. So, what else ba? So, another traditional Filipino Christmas symbol is the Belen. Okay, it represents the birth of Christ. It derives actually from Bethlehem.
There's a playground.
Bethlehem,
Children
Belen.
over there.
Okay, the infant Jesus in the manger,
And it's Christmas.
surrounded by the Virgin Mary, and Saint Joseph, of course, the shepherd, the flags, and the three kings, diba? And there are some stable animals which
There's
is
a dollhouse.
surmounted by an angel, the star, diba? This is also one of the iconic symbols of Christmas in the Philippines. Besides from the parol, Christmas lanterns are into the scene as the source of illumination. So both the Belen and the parol were the traditional
Sayad
Christmas
kami,
decorations in the Filipino
Nagpilate.
homes before Americans
120.
introduced Christmas tree. So bali
Bata.
po yung
Sige, pila
parol,
tanan? 340.
yun po yung simbolong ilaw po sa Belen. So they are also found in schools which also hold nativity plays, mga government buildings, commercial establishments, and in public and private spaces. So, di ba, everywhere sa Philippines ay may Christmas. Ang Belen naman po ay can be seen in homes, churches, schools, and even open buildings. The ones on office buildings can be extravagant, using different materials for the figures and using Christmas lights, paroles for the star, and painted background scenery. A notable outdoor Belen, okay, ay andyan po sa loob. So, panoorin niyo po. So, yan na po yung entrance ng ating Christmas Village.
Christmas na Christmas.
O, diba? Sa labas pa lang, ay, meron na silang pabitin. O, diba? Yan na ang pabitin sa labas. Christmas in the Philippines or Pasko sa Pilipinas, wala pong katumbas o naiiba talaga ang Pasko sa Pilipinas. So, it's one of the biggest holidays in the country. The Philippines is one of predominantly Catholic countries in Asia. It celebrates the world's longest Christmas season. Kaya nga, ngayon pa lang September ay open na ang ating Christmas Village with Christmas carols heard as early as September 1 and lasting variously until either Epiphany, the Feast of the Black Nazarene, and the Feast of the Santo Niño, and
years, kuya? 6 years.
hanggang 3 Kings po yan. Christmas, Advent, and New Year, and 3 Kings. O, diba? So, ayan na nga po ang ating Little Manger, ang ating Belen. So, every year, Filipinos from around the world mark September 1 as the beginning of the countdown to Christmas. Diba? This countdown, which spans from September to December, otherwise known as what? The bear months, September, October, November, December, is one of the most important traditions that make the world's earliest and longest time span of Christmas season. Season gradually starts from September 1 to December 25 and ends in either January, the midpoint being the third or fourth week of the month, or February, celebrated for almost half a year, 4 months, or 4 months and 3 to 4 weeks, or 5 months. Generally, holiday decorations are available as early as what? August, 'di ba? But alam niyo ba, for the members of the Philippine Independent Church or Aglipayan's, Christmas starts on the eve of December 24 and ends at January 1. In Filipino and most Philippine languages, the word Pasko commonly refers to Christmas. So it comes from the Spanish Pascua de Navidad. The latter part, de Navidad, fell out of use, leaving the word Pascua to be assimilated over time in local languages. Likewise, the Spanish Pascua derives from the Latin Pascha, which in turn derives from the ancient Greek Pascha, meaning Passover. In other Filipino language, including Chabacano, a Spanish language, Hiligaynon, and Ilocano. So, sa Kapampangan, Pasko, Paskwa. So, the spelling may vary. The word Pasko also serves as the root word for Christmas-related terms such as Kapaskuhan, the name of the Christmas season, Namamasko po, a caroler, Pamamasko, the act of caroling, Pamamasko, a Christmas gift or present, and Pampasko or Pampasko literally means for Christmas and may refer to a clothing worn on Christmas. So, the celebration of Christmas in the Philippines have deep influence of Catholicism, tracing their roots back to Spanish colonial rule from 1521 to 1898. Currently, the Philippines holds the longest running festivity of the Christmas season everywhere in the world, which begins on September 1st. The various ethnic groups in the Philippines each observe different Christmas traditions, and the following are generally common. Misa de Gallo, Simbang Gabi, Night Mass, Spanish Misa de Gallo, Rooster's Mass, or Misa de Aguinaldo, the Gift Mass, is a novena of 9 dawn masses from December 16 to 24, Christmas Eve. The Simbang Gabi is practiced mainly by Catholic and Aglipayans, with some evangelical Christians and independent Protestant churches have adopted the practice of having pre-Christmas dawn services. Attending the masses is meant to show devotion to God and heightened anticipation for Christ's birth, and folk belief holds that God grants the special wish of a devotee that hears all 9 masses. O diba, meron po tayong wish after that 9 mass. Morning observance of Simbang Gabi. This holiday begins as early as 3 or as late as 5:30 or 6. While in some parishes, some churches and others anticipated begin the previous evening or as early as 7:30. After hearing Mass, Catholic families abide traditional Filipino holiday fare for breakfast outside the church and eat it either within the church precinct or at home, of course, with coffee. So, visible po yan that time yung mga bibingka, pandesal. Vendors offer many native delicacies including bibingka, rice flour, and egg-based cake cooked using coal burners above and under Puto bumbong, a purple sticky rice delicacy steamed in bamboo tubes, buttered, then sprinkled with brown sugar and shredded dried coconut meat. Drink includes coffee, salabat, ginger tea, and chocolate. Rustic Spanish-style hot chocolate. Okay? Some Aglipayan churches invite the congregation to partake of the painit, literally heater, a post-mass snack of mostly rice pastries served with coffee or cocoa at the house of the mass sponsor. The bibingka and puto bumbong are also served to those attending the anticipated evening masses together with dinner, di ba? Ang sarap! For Catholic Filipinos, Christmas Eve or Bisperas ng Pasko on December 24 is celebrated with the Midnight Mass and the traditional Noche Vena Filipino-Spanish Good Night Feast. Family members dine together at around midnight on traditional Yuletide fare, which includes what? Queso de bola, Filipino-Spanish for cheese ball, which is made of edam sealed in red paraffin wax, chocolate noodles and pasta, fruit salad, pandesal relleno, and hamon. Christmas ham, some families would also open present at this time. The panunuluyan in different provinces and schools, the journey of Joseph and the pregnant Virgin Mary in search of lodging is reenacted. The pageant, traditionally called the Panunuluyan, Pananawagan, or Pananapatan, is modeled after the Spanish Las Posadas. The Panunuluyan is performed after dark with the actors portraying Joseph and the Virgin Mary going to predesignated houses. They perform a chantment to rouse the owners of the house, also actors, to request for lodging. The owners then cruelly turn them away, sometimes also in song, saying that their house is already filled with other guests. Finally, Joseph and Mary make their way to the parish church where a replica of the stable has been set up. The birth of Jesus is celebrated at the midnight with the Misa de Gallo. Christmas carols. At the beginning of Simbang Gabi, Misa de Gallo is when Filipino forms groups and go from house to house singing Christmas carols for the residents. This is known, of course, as caroling. Just as the US or United States and other countries, they creatively use recyclable materials to make makeshift instruments like drums and tambourines. Households give small amounts of money as a sign of appreciation for the carolers and as donations church choirs. Christmas Day in the Philippines is primarily a family affair. The celebration of the Misa de Gallo on December 25 and is usually one of the several masses that all family members, including non-churchgoers, are present. The Misa de Gallo is often celebrated between 10 p.m. and midnight, a schedule preferred by many Filipinos who stay up late on Christmas Eve for the night-long celebration of the Christmas Buena fireworks, and most merrymaking devices are sometimes used at the start of Christmas. Preferably in the morning, Filipinos typically visit their extended family, especially to pay their respect to senior relatives. This custom of giving respect is enacted through the pagmamano. A supplicant takes the back of the elder's hand and presses it against the forehead while giving the greetings, "Mano po," hand please. The elder often responds by reciting a blessing or simply acknowledging the gesture. In return, gives aguinaldo or money in the form of crisp banknotes, often placed in a sealed envelope such as an angpao. Godparents in particular are socially obligated to give presents or aguinaldo to their godchildren, to whom they often give larger amounts compared to other younger relatives. A festive lunch may follow the pagmamano. The menu is heavily dependent upon the finances of the family, with richer families preferring grand feasts, while poorer families choose to cook simple yet special dishes. Some families choose to open presents on the day after the lunch. When nighttime falls, the member of the family usually return home or linger to drink, play parlor games, and chat. Some may opt to have another feast for dinner, while a minority spend the entire day at home to rest after the previous day's festival. The Niños Inocentes Day or Christmas is commemorated on December 28 as Niños Inocentes. Filipinos once celebrated the day by playing practical jokes on one another, similar to April Fool's Day. One of the widely practiced pranks on this day is to borrow money without the intention of paying back. Creators are usually helpless in getting remuneration from borrower and are instead forewarned not to lend money on this day. Victims of such pranks were once called na niños inocente ka. New Year's Eve on December 31, desperas ng bagong taon, Filipino families gather for the Medianoche, a lavish midnight feast that supposedly symbolizes their hopes for prosperity in the coming year. The last until the following morning, as with the Noche Buena taken on Christmas Eve. Filipinos make noise both to greet the new year and in the belief that
Wow, pink
they
naman.
then exercises their surroundings of malevolent spirits in spite of the really bad people in most towns and cities customarily light firecrackers or employ safer methods of merrymaking such as bringing on pots and pans and blowing car horns. Other traditions and beliefs include encouraging children to jump at the stroke of midnight to increase their height, displaying circular fruits such as oranges, wearing clothes with dots and other circular designs to symbolize coins and money. Eating 12 grapes at midnight for good luck in the 12 months of the year. It is a Spanish custom, and of course, opening all windows and doors to let in the blessings on the first day of the year. Yung iba, di ba, nagja-jump pa para tumaas. Okay? How about the Three Kings Day? Christmas officially ends in the feast of the Epiphany, were commonly known as the Three Kings. Or ano? In Spanish, it's Dia de los Tres Reyes. Sa Tagalog naman, Araw ng Tatlong Hari, which falls on the first Sunday of January. A dying tradition is the Hispanic customs of children leaving their shoes out by the window or the door so the three kings can leave small gifts like candy or money inside upon their descent on 12th night. So in the Philippines, children in small groups go from house to house singing Christmas carols which they called pangangaroling. Makeshift instruments including tambourines made with tansans, aluminum bottle caps strung on a piece of wire with the traditional chant of Namamasko po. Namamasko po. These carolers wait expectantly for the homeowners to reward them with coins. Afterward, the carolers that the generous homeowners by singing thank the homeowners by singing thank you, thank you. Ang babait ninyo, thank you. You are so kind, thank you. An example of a traditional Filipino carol is a part of series known as Maligayang Pasko, which is commonly called Sa May Bahay Ang Aming Bati. The tradition of carols stems from the long years of Spanish rule in which traditional practiced in Spanish Latin America during this time of the year were adapted to suit Philippine conditions. Aguinaldo. This is a word heard repeatedly during the Christmas season in the Philippines. Presently, the term is interpreted as a gift or money received from benefactors. Aguinaldo is a Spanish term for what? For bonus. Its prevalent use may have originated from Filipino workers of the Spanish era, receiving extra pay for the generosity of the rich employers during the celebration of the Christmas season. Christmas is one of the biggest holidays in the Philippines, and the Philippines perhaps is one country who would celebrate Christmas the longest, with Christmas carols heard as early as September and season lasting up until what? Up until the Three Kings. If you think of Christmas, one can never forget about gift giving. Filipino would normally set a budget for their children, nephews and nieces, and even godchildren. This is the most awaited time for the kids at home. I can see the facial expression when they give expectantly when they see toys. That's why for this year, I will give toys for the kids, and for adults, maybe it's just a hug. Okay? Christmas parties are now held as early as the first week of December. Common activities include Monito Monita or Kris Kringle, song and dance numbers, competitions, and parlor games, and of course raffles of door prizes are very famous, especially in the corporate world. In the Christmas Eve, many family reunions, weddings, and even baptism are also set during Christmas Day. So that's the Santa's room. So guys, let's tour the Santa's room. Oh, 'di ba? Sinong nakaupo dyan? Puro po mga toys ni Santa ang nakaupo dyan. And meron din po sila sa labas. And meron pa pong another room dyan. So, panoorin po natin. And itutour ko na po kayo una sa Santa's house. Pero mas okay din po na ma-experience niyo po doon. But if wala po tayong budget, ay pwede na din po panoorin niyo tong aming video. Yan po yung CR ni Santa, o 'di ba? Ang sosyal, yung CR ni Santa. Meron din po Santa diyan na tumatae. So, ayan na nga, si Santa, hindi na matiis, tumain na. Ayan, malapit na po matapos si Santa. After po sa room na to ay lumabas po ako. Meron pong mini gazebo po dyan. Yan. 'Di ba? Napakaganda po. Yan. Tingnan po natin kung ano pong nasa loob niyan. Pwede po mag-coffee dyan. Next naman po ay pumasok po tayo sa room na ito.
Di talyado gid sila no. Ano no. Walang nakita.
Careful ha. Hangin. Sarap ang hangin. Punta lang ako dun banda ha. Punta tayo dun sa food nila. Kasi nakita ko dito meron. Oh, pwede mong coffee. Ilang minutes, sir, kung mag-order? So, that's the kitchen. Are you not tired? Daddy is waiting. Enjoy mo lang. Enjoy mo lang. Where? Madali na. Transfer na naman daw siya. Saan? Careful ah! You climb at the back. Oh, let's watch Zoe. Where are you? Okay lang yan. Sige, go. Oh, diba? Ha? Oh, sige, sige. Thank you. 15 minutes daw mag-order. Another one. What happened? Yep. Here you go inside. At the back. Ay, ay, wala mo. O, diba? Enjoy. See baby. Si daddy waiting for us. Nag-visit din ako sa dito po sa Tampakan, sa Cotabato. For adults po, it's 120 pesos and sa children, 100 pesos lang. So, 340 pesos po kami dito. Pero sulit na sulit siya. Meron pong net, yung kanilang playhouse para hindi and of course, the prevent them. Say bye-bye to them!
you for watching. Please watch our other videos, please. Subscribe. Please visit Santa's house. It's so much fun.
Yes.
You can run around and play. Play and run at Ladybug's house. And yeah. And then go to the house.